Hello everyone, welcome back to RuneScape video. Now today I'm going to be doing uh, another addition to the weekly update video, because this is an event that is going to be lasting a long time, and there is actually benefits from completing it multiple days in a row. Now if you haven't completed it yet, and if you haven't seen my videos yet, the weekly update video I did yesterday was kind of just like the introduction into everything. But now I have more stuff discovered. I went through the whole entire thing. First things first, I want to show you how to get all the spider legs. Now it's actually quite easy. The spider legs spawn at, set areas. So it's actually not too complex. One's at the cannon. One is at this card over here. Most are actually down here. But there's another one right on top of that barrel. All you gotta do is go collect them. Now this is for that spider, mechanical spider pet. So do keep that in mind. I mean, if you like it, this is for you. If not, sorry. Not really in charge of what they update. It is kind of neat though. It's keeping with the holiday. It's not an overpowered holiday event. I know a lot of people feel that sometimes they get a little carried away with what they give people. But now I've seen another spider leg piece over here. Yes, it's really not overly hard to find all the spider leg pieces. You just gotta pay attention to your surroundings. And already I only need 2 more leg pieces, which I think there's one up here. Yeah, right here's one. And then I think there's one off to the side over here somewhere. Oh boy, I'm missing one leg. Ah, there it is. Okay. So if you go to all those key points, basically just make a big circle. It's right along the outer edge. I'm pretty sure it's 100% for everybody, because it was the same way for this account as it was my regular account. So, something to keep in mind. But now I'm actually going to go into the update more depth, because there actually is a decent amount to it. Granted, it is pretty simple, but you know what? I want to do this just so you guys can see what's all really involved. Now you want to go to whatever one here is lit up. But now since I'm going to be doing the full thing of this video will be a little bit on the longer side, because it does take, I think, about 20 minutes to do everything. I think. Maybe a little bit less. But that kind of depends on your own personal skill level, not so much your character skill level. It's like, as much as, how keen you are to actually being paying attention to changes will greatly reduce the amount of time spent doing this event. Now you'll notice I have a bunch of food with me, just because the very final part of this is actually quite dangerous. Now, for people who are max level, it's not too dangerous, but when you have max HP, but if you're not expecting an actual battle, and if you have low health as is, oop, misclick. It could actually be very dangerous. Like, I actually almost died on my Iron Man account the first time I went to go do it, because I didn't realize there was going to be that much damage. And if I would have stepped just a little too close to the construct, I would have died. It's that simple. Now, I don't know if it's a safe death. I didn't practice that yet. However, I will try it out on my regular account. I will intentionally die on there, and then I'll post down in the annotations below if it is a safe or non-safe death. But I did want to make sure you guys knew you can die from this. Sorry about that, just checking to make sure it's actually recording. Been having problems with my recording software lately. Probably because I need to update. As long as you go to each one, You know, pay attention to the lights. I know it's not a very bright light, but for the area, it's very fitting with the atmosphere. The other thing I really wish Jagex would do is I really wish they would make this a first-person view yet too. Because, I mean, you can zoom in pretty far. Now, I know yesterday you unlocked the potential of getting, you know, 50 per thing, and then after every substantial one after that, you got 15 gray matter. Where now today's going to be a little bit different because, well, since it's already completed and it's supposed to get better and better the more you do this event. So I want to see what the rewards are for doing it the second day. Now you can click or you can do the hotkeys for this. It does seem to actually change quite a bit. Which, for some people, myself included, it can be annoying if it's too slow. Well, switches too often. After all, it is just a holiday event. So constantly have to go click, click, click is actually a little bit annoying. Especially because it doesn't actually turn over right away, whether you're clicking or just straight doing the hotkeys. If it was faster, more reliable, it wouldn't be so bad. But as you can see, this one is actually the longest one. At least it feels that way. Probably because you're only getting fire making XP. But yeah, if you do have the right one, it'll highlight the speed in green. But as you can tell, every single time that horn blows, it's changing. So it makes the actual progress of this pretty slow. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the event. I mean, even though there is, to me, that one little critique, it's actually a pretty good event overall. I mean, you're getting XP every day, and, you know, 4 skills. If you buy the lamp, you're getting even more more XP. But yeah, it ain't bad. Oh no, that's not a 120 cape. That's one of those specialty capes. Oh, but yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it. It is kind of neat. I mean, you do get to have some unique cosmetic rewards, which is essentially what the holiday updates used to always be about, was just the cosmetic rewards. That eventually people started saying, well, we want XP or monetary rewards too. And it's just like, it's not really what the holidays have been all about. Oop. So, I don't know. It is nice, I won't deny it. It is nice that there's actually more to it than just, you know, your basic old cosmetics. And I do like the fact that they're actually getting a lot more creative as time goes on with their holiday events. They're actually making them more of a holiday event rather than just, you know, maybe do something real quick. I think that's why they added the XP into it, to be honest. I mean, who's going to want to do all this and get no XP? I mean, it does eat up actually a lot of time. And yeah, this is, like I said in my vlog video today, there has been some changes for this week because all the videos I recorded for this week for my secondary video, all of them are corrupted in some fashion. I think it might just be the recording software needing updated, but all of the files did get corrupted. So I need to actually look into seeing what happened. But because of that, and because of all the issues I have had in the past with Dark Souls, I think I'm just going to be waiting to play that again for a little bit until I get things figured out. Not only that, I do have a couple surprises coming. Big one being something that's coming up this week, and some setup changes that are going to enable me to do a little bit more, which is going to make it pretty cool. Oh my goodness, it's changing every few seconds again. Yeah, see, that's all this is. You know, just pay attention to this, pay attention to the buzzer, and you'll be fine. Alright, so that one's done finally. I'm not a big fan of that one. This one up here, I'm a big fan of. It's not a lot of XP, but it's enough that I like it. And why do I like it? Because it's smithing XP. And right now, I'm trying really hard to get my guy to get to level 80 smithing, level 80 divination, and level 80 crafting. Now, I haven't been playing RuneScape as much as I normally do. Mostly, it's just I've been testing out a few things, so I'm trying to get other things ready and set up for videos, as well as just... Oh, evil's right here. Yeah, so you just gotta pay attention. If the flow stops, you gotta turn the valve. If it needs depressurized, you gotta flip the switches. And I'm pretty sure at some point I'll probably be having that. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of testing for another type of videos that I've been wanting to do now for a little while. But I gotta get myself conditioned in order to do those. Because right now I can't do a decent sitting for these videos yet. And I will say it's with VR, and I haven't had much experience with VR, so it is causing me some motion sickness. Now, I don't know if it's because of maybe frame rates or what, but I personally think, because I don't normally get motion sickness, so well, here's the switch, see? I have to go up here and do the pressure release. Yeah, I don't normally get motion sickness, so I'm pretty sure it has to deal with just the fact that I'm not used to VR headsets yet. So if you do get a VR headset, you know, keep that in mind. You might actually have motion sickness for a little while. But compared to when I first got it, compared to the last time I played it, I think I have like tripled or quadrupled the time frame of what I could originally do. Like originally I could hardly do 5 minutes at a time. You know, I had a hard time doing that. Now I've been doing like 15-20 minutes, no problem. But now the one game did cause me a little bit of issues, that's why I had to stop. But I think in time it's going to get smoother and smoother, I would assume. Not to mention, I'm going to look into maybe getting the PS4 Pro. And once that happens, it's supposed to get even better frame rates, so once everything is set up, that'll all help out. I would go for like the Oculus or HTC Vive, but for my recording setup, I don't really have the appropriate setup for the Vive. I don't have enough room for that. The Oculus, well, for both of these, for Oculus and Vive, I don't really have the necessary graphics card either. There's actually quite a few components I have to replace in order to use it. But besides that, it's the setup. Because like even with the PS4 version, my setup is kinda good, but you're going to notice a difference whenever it comes time for recording, because I'm going to have to be farther away from the webcam. Alright, so that's all that is. You know, you just gotta pay attention. This one right here can be kind of fun. You gotta pay attention to the little spare part and skulls that are on the track. And all you gotta do is just click inside, middle, or outside, and to avoid all those traps. That's all you gotta do. And the longer you do it without falling down, it seems like the better the ratio is for your percentage boost. So yeah, all you gotta do here is just pay attention. Don't step on those. I mean, they won't hurt you, but it definitely seems to go faster, because like I've entered here before other people now, and see, I'm actually even getting more XP sometimes per charge. But also, it just seems to be that the less you fall down, the faster it builds. And they do change spots, as you probably have seen already. They do change locations as to where they will be, those random items on the ground. Ah! There's kind of a little bit of delay between whenever your guy sees the objects and whenever he moves. See, like right there, I clicked it. Still took a little while afterwards. As you've seen, my XP... There's also that too on the side. On the outside track, you have low efficiency, middle track, medium efficiency, and then on the inside of the track, you get high efficiency. So you'll actually get a better turnout if you hug the inside. So if you can, do that. But if you have, at least for me anyway, there's been a lot of those items in the middle, well, the inside track. Usually I don't have much luck with the inside track, like right now. But so far so good. Oh, I can't wait until I can start doing boss fights with this guy for you guys. Because on my last Iron Man account, the way I'm training this one, he actually was very high level for an Iron Man. And not only that, but I was doing boss fights with him. And I had a God Sword, I had, you know, other items. But eventually I kind of was getting tired of it, and not to mention I wanted to start over with an Iron Man account for the sake of videos. And, well, so I just kind of killed him off. I did start up another one, but he kind of, you know, got killed on my own stupidity. I went to go get a drink, and yeah. Okay, so now this is the tricky part. There's going to be a little bit of dialogue. If you actually look at him, the disturbing part is he's a mixture of the gods. You can see Armadyl, Zamorak, Saradomin. And I'm thinking Bandos. But, yeah, he looks kind of creepy, doesn't he? Alright, so now at this point... Whoa, what the heck was that? That was different. Okay, that's not cool. That's really not cool. Last time I did this, he didn't do these kind of attacks. He did a, you know, very basic attack. So like I said, this is actually a dangerous event. Like, the last time he did, I'm guessing it was an Armadillo attack because it was a bunch of whirlwinds. And that, to me, is just like, well, plain straight up, Alright, so I gotta keep, yeah. This is impossible to dodge all these. So, Jaget's, bravo, but this event is a pain in the rear end for a lot of people. I mean, you gotta think about, like, all these Iron Man accounts that, well, especially the hardcore ones. Like, this is actually going to be quite difficult to do in a sufficient manner. Because unlike most accounts, you know, we die, we die. So right now I'm kind of trying to balance, you know, healing and trying to get all these things to knock down his health. So he can go into his second phase. And for the last time, his second phase was, I'm assuming the Zamrock attack. And what it was he spawned fire pits. I guess it does look like if you were to just walk wall to wall, you'd probably be fine. So I guess I can't complain too much, but if you get too close to him, he will hurt you. Okay, now he's like throwing energy waves at me. Man, this is actually kind of intense. So, yeah, expect the actual, you know, battle when you come to fight him. Now, the good news is those energy waves, they seem to only travel a certain distance. So if you're constantly on the move like I am, you'll probably be okay. And I'm thinking the energy wave like that is probably Saradomin. Maybe not, it could be something completely different. But yeah, it seems like all of his attacks are movement based. As long as you're constantly on the go, you'll be alright. I mean, you might take some damage here and there from certain things with this one, but not everything. Like the last one I did, if you got hit by the fire, you got hit by the fire. Plain and simple. There we go. Whew. Yeah, so once you actually defeat him, you actually complete it for that day. Come back up here to talk to him. And now I defeated it again. So now I can repeat any of the 4. Now you don't actually get quest points for this, but it seems like my reward for him is exactly the same as yesterday. So there's not too much more going on for it. So you can get the extra 15 per day, or you can just, you know, do the regular amounts per day. But that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got to learn more about the event now. And thank you for watching. Until next time, later guys.